Honorable members, the Honorable Mr. President.
May we observe a minute of silent prayer or meditation. Thank you. Be seated. Is it? Yes. Is it? Are we still standing? So do we have to play the anthem? So let's proceed.
Celebrate together, there is a song for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together, to defend our liberty and unity. Oh, fils et filles de l'Afrique, chers soleil, chers du ciel, faisons de l'Afrique la reine de vie. Let us all unite and sing together to uphold the bond that frame our destiny. Let us dedicate ourselves to fight together for love, peace and justice on earth. Filhos da África, essência do sol, essência do céu, façamos da África flor da vida. Let us all unite and talk together to give the best we have to Africa. They bring along mankind in front of culture. Oh, pride and hope and break of dawn. Yeah,
Thank you. Be seated.
Honorable members, on behalf of Honorable Chief Fortune Charumbira, the President of the Pan-African Parliament and the Bureau of the Parliament, I do present the order of business for this morning. First, we will hear the opening address of His Excellency Chief Fortune Charumbira, the President of the Pan-African Parliament. This will be followed by the swearing in of new members of the Pan-African Parliament. Thereafter, there will be an announcement of a vacancy in the office of the first President of the Pan-African Parliament's Bureau. Thereafter, there will be a suspension of the session, followed by African Union anthem. When the session resumes, there will be a few remarks by Honorable Chief Charumbira, the President of the Pan-African Parliament, followed by welcome remarks by Honorable Thandi Moraka, the Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation of the Republic of South Africa. This will be followed by messages of solidarity by special guests. First, His Excellency Ambassador Andre Nzapayeke, the Dean of African Ambassadors, followed by Mr. Khalil Budali, Presiding Officer of the African Union ECOSOC, who will be joined virtually, followed by Honorable Remi Ngoyi Lumbu, Chairperson of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, connecting virtually, followed by His Excellency Roger Mancienne, Speaker of the Southern African Development Community Parliamentary Forum, connecting virtually, followed by Dr. Louis Georges Tin, Prime Minister of the SOAD Parliament, and followed by His Excellency Igor Sergeyenko, Chairman of the House of Representatives of the National Assembly of Belarus. There will then be a statement by special guests that will be announced at the time, followed by an address by the guest of honor, who will be announced by His Excellency, the President of the Pan-African Parliament. And this will be followed by a vote of thanks and adjournment of the session and the African Union anthem. After this, there will be a photo session of members of Parliament, followed by a media briefing and the signing of the visitor's book. Thank you. Your Excellency, Honorable Chief Charumbira, I would like to invite you to the podium to make your address.
Thank you very much for accepting me to come and deliver my speech. By clapping, it means you are welcome. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. It motivates the speaker. Good morning, honorable members. May I start by recognizing Bureau members, Honorable Dr. Gayo, Honorable Jida, who are present. As mentioned previously, our Bureau currently is composed of 4 members only until the Southern Caucus presents, and we vote for the first vice president next week on Monday afternoon.
Not South, you are there.
Sorry, London. Oh, it's the north, sorry. I'm too much of Southern, so my mind is thinking of home always. But anyway, the Northern Caucus, we can't take that from you. Legally, we can't take that from you. So the Northern Caucus, so we are four. Honorable Madame Lucia Passos is currently, I think, in Brazil. She was around here to leave for Brazil to represent the president of PAP at the G20 Conference for Parliamentarians. So 3 of us are present. The purpose for me to stand here is to say, I greet you and welcome to our session. And I want to clap for you for being here. Yes. Thank you. You made it to Midrand. It's not easy, not only financially, but also other programs and family commitments. We hope the numbers will improve as we go. When I look at the numbers currently in the chamber, they may present a problem if we want to vote, although we haven't counted. So we hope the numbers will improve so that if there's a requirement to vote on any item, then we'll have the right numbers or the right quorum to proceed. But for now, we'll proceed with those that are present. And those that are absent, please encourage them to be in the chamber and attend. My welcome address is simply to say, we are a family. We have come to transact business for the continent. And the day's program has been read to you by the clerk. And thereafter, during the 2 weeks, it will be 2 weeks of engagement by MPs on issues of the continent and the people on this continent, who generally, the majority, are facing serious difficulties to survive, to meet their needs. So I welcome you to these 2 weeks where you all apply your minds. You all be serious. You all be attending 100% so that we seriously discuss the challenges facing our citizens and proffer solutions. Thank you. Here ends my welcome speech. Thank you very much. I'll ask the clerk to proceed with the next items.
Honorable President, members of the Bureau and honorable members, in accordance with Rule 9 of the Rules of Procedure, we will now swear in newly designated members of national parliaments whose credentials have been verified for swearing in this morning. The list of verified members is as follows, and I would ask that they be invited in the order in which they are called, alphabetical order, by country alphabetical order. Beginning with Cameroon. From Cameroon, Honorable Wainachi Honorine. Honorable Pierre Nikina. Okay. From DRC, Honorable Senator Alphonse Ngoyi Kasanji. Honorable Senator Christine Mwando Kantempa. Senator Jesusa Abono Nchama. No? Sorry, yes. Okay, DRC is not here. From Equatorial Guinea? Okay, all right.
Moi, Ngoïka,
I, Mohamika Sanji Alphonse, member of the Pan-African Parliament, hereby solemnly swear before the African people and before God, I will perform my functions as a member of the Pan-African Parliament to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the peoples of Africa. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the African Union and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union and the protocol to the treaty establishing the African Economic Community relating to the Pan-African Parliament as by law established. And I will promote adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, human rights, international humanitarian law, peace, stability, and all objectives of the Pan-African Parliament. I so affirm.
From Equatorial Guinea, Senator Jesusa Obono Ngono Nchama. Okay. From Mauritania, Honorable Umia Elgada. Okay. From Nigeria, Honorable Michael Opeyemi Bamdele. From Rwanda, Honorable Diogene Betugu Ramye. Excuse me.
I, Itunguranye Diogene, here swear that I will perform my functions as member of the Pan-African Parliament to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the peoples of Africa. I will be faithful and bear through allegiance to the African Union, and I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of Africa, the African Union, and the protocol to the treaty establishing the African Economic Community relating to the Pan-African Parliament as by law established, and I will promote adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, human rights, international humanitarian law, peace, stability, and all objectives of the Pan-African Parliament. So help me God.
Still from Rwanda, Honorable Jennifer Wibibara.
I, Wibabara Jennifer, hereby swear that I will perform my functions as a member of the Pan-African Parliament to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the people of Africa. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the African Union and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union and the protocol to the treaty establishing the African Economic Community relating to the Pan-African Parliament as by law established. And I will promote adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, human rights, international humanitarian law, peace, stability, and all objectives of Pan-African Parliament. So help me God.
The third designated member from Rwanda, Honorable John Bones Bideri.
I, John Bones Bideri, hereby swear that I will perform my functions as a member of the Pan-African Parliament to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the peoples of Africa. I'll be faithful and bear true allegiance to the African Union and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union and the protocol to the treaty establishing the African Economic Community relating to the Pan-African Parliament as by law established. And I'll promote adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, human rights, international humanitarian law, peace, stability, and all the objectives of the Pan-African Parliament. So help me God.
Again, from Rwanda, Honorable Ame Mari Ange Tumukunde.
I, Tumukunde Eme Marie-Ange, hereby swear that I will perform my function as a member of the Pan-African Parliament to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the peoples of Africa. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the African Union and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union and the protocol to the treaty establishing the African Economic Community relating to the Pan-African Parliament as by law established, and I will promote adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, human rights, international humanitarian law, peace, stability, and all objectives of the Pan-African Parliament. So help me God.
From Rwanda, Honorable Pelagie Uwera.
I, Pelagie Uwera, hereby swear that I will perform my functions as a member of the Pan-African Parliament to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the people of Africa. I will be faithful and bear the allegiance to the African Union and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union and Protocol to the treaty established the African Economic Committee relating to the Pan-African Parliament as by law established, and I will promote adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, human rights, international humanitarian law, peace, stability, and all objectives of the Pan-African Parliament. So help me God.
Honorable President, this brings to an end the list of verified new members to the Pan-African Parliament to be sworn in at this fourth ordinary session of the sixth Parliament of the Pan-African Parliament.
Okay, I'll be coming. Can I? Oh, Africain, oh. Aujourd'hui, nous nous inclinons auprès de vous. On a besoin de l'éternel Dieu pour venir conclure vraiment tous nos problèmes. L'Afrique berceau de l'humanité. Aujourd'hui, berceau de la mort. Neme alani wele. Wele la. Neme alani. Ole kosam. Tout. Africa, oh yeah. Oh, mm. Africa, tu viens de loin, ça peut vous dire que l'Afrique fait l'union de la France. Quand je vous vois ici, je pense à mon Afrique.
On a toujours voulu les gars. Quand tu m'as dit que tu mon Afrique, ils sont noirs. Africa, ils sont noirs.
Thank you very much for that speech. Honorable members, the proceedings are now suspended for 15 minutes to allow the Bureau to welcome our guest of honor. Sorry, I'm advised before we break, we give opportunity to the clerk to make a very important announcement. Thank you. Further advised that I should say, honorable members, in accordance with Rule 8, Sub-Rule 5, which states that where a vacancy is created under Sub-Rule 1 or 4, the President shall, upon the advice of the Secretariat, declare the vacancy before the House. I am hereby declaring vacant the position of the first Vice President of the Pan-African Parliament. I shall now call upon the Northern Regional Caucus, in accordance with Rule 15.1 and 3 of the PAP Rules of Procedure, to present two candidates ensuring equal representation of men and women, and to submit to the clerk the nomination form prescribed in Appendix A, not later than 6 hours before the time fixed for elections. Honorable members, the proceedings are now suspended for 15, and it's 15, not 16, it's 15 minutes to allow the Bureau to welcome our guest of honor. Thank you very much. Honorable members of the Bureau of Vice Presidents, honorable members of Parliament, and our dignitaries who have joined us. May I proceed by first acknowledging our dignitaries in the room, in the chamber. I will later on introduce in more detail His Excellency Ego Segeyenko, Chairman, we call him Speaker of the House of Representatives of the National Assembly of Belarus, is in this chamber. Thank you. Honorable Thandi Moraka, Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation of the Government of South Africa. She's over there. This one is very familiar to you. And it's a good morning this morning. We have in the chamber, Honorable, our former Vice President, recently member of the Bureau, who was the fourth Vice President, is in the chamber. Honorable Notoume Ango, is one of our special guests during this session. We also have His Excellency Ambassador and the Dean of African Ambassador, Ambassador Andre Zapayeke. Now, this one is a first. We've previously invited the diaspora to PAP. And this morning, we have Honorable Dr. Louis Georgestin. He's the Prime Minister of the State of the African Diasporan Parliament. Then we have other ambassadors. I know the ambassadors in this chamber. We acknowledge all the excellencies in this chamber. And online to present some messages later on, we have His Excellency Remy Ngoi, Chairman of the African Commission of Human Rights. We have the President of the SADC Parliamentary Forum, His Excellency President Roger Mancienne. We also have the President of ECOSOC, Kariu Badali, also online. Thank you very much. You can clap for them for being present.
At this point in the proceedings, I wish to invite the Honorable President to deliver his official statement.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. May I once more recognize the Vice Presidents of the Pan-African Parliament, Honorable Dr. Gayo, Honorable Jida, Honorable Lucia Passos in absentia. I recognize His Excellency, the President of the House of Representatives of the National Assembly of the Republic of Belarus, who is our guest of honor. Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation in the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Thandi Moraka. The Dean of the African Ambassadors in the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Andre Zapayeke. Members of the diplomatic corps present here, the Prime Minister of the Parliament of the State of the African Diaspora, Honorable Dr. Louis Georgesteen, the Clerk of the Pan-African Parliament, Mrs. Lindwe Kumalo, representatives of the Department of International Relations and Cooperation of South Africa here present, and I've seen Dr. Ndimeni, distinguished resource persons, invited guests, members of the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. I want to request that we observe a minute of silence in honor of the 40 men and women who were killed in Chad following an attack by Boko Haram insurgents on a military base in Bakram. The Pan-African Parliament stands in solidarity with the government and people of Chad during these difficult times. Let us also remember the innocent civilians who are victims of terrorism, violent extremism, and conflicts across Africa, Sudan, DRC, the Sahel region, the Great Lakes, among others. Can we observe a moment of silence? Thank you. As Pan-African Parliament, honorable members, guests of honor, we can do more to contribute to the promotion of peace, security, stability on this continent. We can do more as Pan-African Parliament. And I want to implore on you that even during the next 2 weeks, we try and find ways that PAP can play a more assertive role as parliamentarians under the practice of parliamentary democracy, parliamentary diplomacy. We are, on this continent, the only institution which permeates every country to the grassroots. We've